So, yeah. It is way too loud and distracting here today. Oh, I forgot to enable the duck talk. My apologies. Let me fix that. It looks like it lost connection anyway, so I might... I might want to restart that. Okay, Twitch wasn't handling our cheers. Okay. At least we barely hear. Yeah. Did you hear that last one? I feel like you probably were able to hear that last one. Why is it loud if the fireworks started earlier? Actually, on that, no stream next Friday because the United States holiday named after the day of the stream is going to ruin my ability to even get to the office. So that's fun.
Deck Talk is now online.
End of line.
A swarm of dead insects says a cheer for Clo CHER 100.
End of line.
Swarm, thank you for the 100 bits. No, there's currently no noise reduction at all. Construction noises, yes, it's live. Yeah, exactly. So, I was actually genuinely going to do a stream on the Brother EP44 today. That was the plan, all right? And then...
David Phantom says nothing more patriotic than blowing up a small part of your country CHER 100.
End of line.
David, thank you for the 100 bits. Lies, yeah. No, I was going to go grab the EP20s that I have. That's right, I have 2 of them now. And we were going to compare the 44 and the 20 and then look at the serial port on the 20, make it work as a printer. It would be beneficial to have it working for an upcoming video as well, so I wanted that. But instead... So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you guys 4 options of what we do today, okay? The poll at the beginning was just for fun, because I typed in what we do, and then I just couldn't get something for everybody out of my head. So, yeah. Options. We got 4 options, okay? I'm going to highly recommend against one of them, because I didn't think about it through fully, but I will present it because it does need to happen. Fixing the VIC-20. No. I don't think you understand. We're doing super boring, lame stuff today because I can't work right now. So we're doing stuff that I can just zone out through. So, all right. Here are our... That moves the camera. Here are our options, okay? So, I'm going to actually walk you through these. with a real camera, okay? So let's start with option number 4 that I don't recommend, okay? I have capacitors built up from projects that have not yet been organized, and they need to be organized. I would like to get them organized into here, except all of the noise is right there. So we should not do this. That would be a terrible idea. I threw that in there, but I was like, you know what? No, pass. Okay. Let's look at our other real options. Okay. This is a real option in yellow zone, all right? We make this not look like this. This is actually a lot worse than it was before because the last video I did about the Mario Kart map, I came up with a way of mounting my teleprompter camera setup to this shelf so that it could directly look at the screen, the read table, script table thing. Words, all right? So I ended up pulling everything off of there, and it just got all thrown onto the desk.
Yellow zone CHER.
Yes.
100.
End of line.
So reorganizing this a bit is one option, and maybe swapping the monitor and trying to do stuff. I'm not super a fan of this option because that's a lot of work right now. So we got 2 other things. One of them is an ongoing project. You know, I'm just going to let it auto. Okay, what was the last thing you guys saw? 2 options are a mystery. Cool. Okay. I think we fixed the Brother digital typewriter. No, I'm not working today. No, not doing that kind of stuff. Something in the cupboard. Shelves in back. Oh. I'm not going to answer things on the ground. Well, there's too much stuff like that. We could be at that literally for the next 2 weeks. Should have streamed N64. Look, I got to the office here, okay? Yesterday, everything was normal. Today, the banister was off of the second rail with a dump truck backed up into it, and they're just throwing garbage over the railing.
CHER 100. I keep seeing things I want to play with : left parenthesis.
Yeah,
End of line.
right? That's the thing. Hiram, thank you for the 100 bits. We really could be there all day. Okay. The other 2 options, since it cut out, it would probably be better once the phone's static. All right. So don't rule out. Well, actually, we lost the internet, I guess. The other 2 options are sleeving my big box PC games, and that's my primary choice of what we do because it is in the most middle part of the office. They renovating the building, part of the building or the whole building? I honestly don't know. They have told me nothing. I thought they were just renovating one suite of offices, and now the facade is getting changed. So I guess the whole thing. I don't know. Anyway, we can either sleeve big box games or popular science. I realized as I was out there looking at popular science that the noise is literally right next to that as well. It's basically the exact same problem as the caps here. Matter of fact, it might even be worse than the caps. So I vote we sleeve big box, but I'm going to leave it up to you guys. We can either mess with the desk stuff, which is cleaning and sorting and trying to figure some of that, or we go and sleeve big box games. So I'm going to go start an actual poll here for you all. I'm going to remove the 2 options that are bad. You know what? It's just not worth it. But yeah, let me start a real poll. All right. 3 of you at least knew what Devo is. Okay. New poll. We're doing a real poll. I'm sorry, YouTube viewers. Desk organizing versus big box game sleeving. The big box game sleeving needs to actually happen at some point. So that's a thing. All right. I have absolutely no idea what's going on. Ben, so there is super loud construction. I'm not working in this area today. It just ain't gonna happen. So our options are working in the back half or the middle of the office, and trying to just do some monotonous that is not going to be impacted by sound. So yeah, you have 3 minutes to vote. I don't know if I left spoiling the vote on or not. I don't remember. Okay. Oh man, how's no one made Sonic references with the zones? Or, you know, the death zone and the other zone. All the zones are named like that in the Galley Error. Much figure, just with all the options, got eaten with Twitch dying. Yeah. I left channel point votes on. Well, all right. You guys have fun burning your channel points, because I know you all have a bajillion of them. Oh, man. So, yeah. We'll figure out what we're doing. Oh, this is camera, phone, mount, doohickey thing. Wherever we're going, this is going to be the main camera. So I'm going to be able to do this, boom, and then just leave it there, and it'll point at things. I'll be able to do stuff. I got a ball head on it. We'll be able to do, you know, doodads. I got a battery for my Microsoft Surface, so I got chat on here. Then I got a battery for the phone, so it won't die. So we're going to be all good for whatever we do. There's over 1,000 total votes now. Oh my gosh. Oh man, it's looking like the one I don't want to win is going to win. Oh well. It's the one I realistically need to have win, but both things need to happen at some point. Guess high scoring, the boat game isn't an option? No. No, I need to replace the flybacks on the CRTs before I mess with the Hydro Thunders more. And that is a whole other difficult proposition. Yes, that is the thing, what Poot is talking about. I need to protect the big game boxes from some silverfish
David
that I saw
Phantom
in here.
says, what if you do something completely different? CHER.
There, I'm limited in my
100.
options.
End of line.
Suspect voter fraud? Well, how many, what's the split on that? Because it's like dead even. By 13? My gosh. Owen! No, that's fine. All right, so we're doing that. All right, well, surprise, you get bonus shopping stream now. Because one part of this is going to be me looking for a different small tripod head that I can use for, what you call it, the table thing. So for those of you who missed it, let me wander back over there and let me explain the bonus objective here. Okay. So this is the desk that I got in the office. I brought it in. I was all excited. It weighs 100 million pounds. It's ridiculous. Anyway, it's been right across from my like scripted reading area, and I got tired of having to like constantly tear this down and set everything up when I do that, because normally I put the camera in this hallway here and then point it diagonally this direction, and it kind of sucks. So what I've decided is I bolted this tripod head to this shelf, and then I can put my whole teleprompter rig on there, and then I don't have to move the tripod, for one, which is highly integrated into the Hydro Thunder area, which is not my favorite thing. I would like a ceiling mounted option for this here, but that's another problem entirely. But this tripod head sucks. So I would like a different one, but it does need to be small-ish, but still capable of holding the weight. So we're going to go look for tripod heads on Amazon. But yeah, this is how I recorded the Mario Kart map video. So first up here is impromptu shopping stream while we look for tripod stuff. Silverfish can hide in cobblestone. I thought they hid in stone bricks. Ceiling mounted Hydro Thunders, yeah. All right, one moment. I know you can't see anything. Boom, video capture. Okay. All right. Okay. Spent 15K points. Thought that was a lot. Owen spent 59K. Yeah, exactly.
Spesoftman
We're-
CHER 100 dot bonus shopping along with our original goal dot best stream ever dot.
End of line.
Spice up, thank you for the 100 bits. Oh no. Thrifting 360 camera next. Actually, I would like a ceiling mounted PTZ camera. Maybe just a PTZ mount. I don't know. Cisco branded terminal cables. That sounds evil. No, definitely not. I don't think I have any use case for that. Oh, on that. Okay, question. Those of you who might know the Cisco IP phone stuff, does my, what is it, a U500 or whatever, does that support having like a modem type thing? I mean, I guess I don't know what I'm really asking. Let's say I have a modem and a acoustic coupler for a terminal, all right? And I want to be able to call to the Cisco phone box thing, and then I want it to go out to the data general. Do I just need two like real modems and then don't do anything on the Cisco stuff? And then instead of plugging a phone into one of the other ones, I just plug the phone line into the modem? Is that what it is? Because I have no idea how that works. Don't normally chat. You chill in the background. Well, that's no problem. Happy to have you here, though. That would work for boring modems. Yes, okay. I probably have enough sufficiently boring modems. All right. What are we doing? We're going to go shopping. Okay. We're going to look on... I keep wanting to say Bang & Olufsen, but I know that's not it. BH Photo, right? BH Photo? Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Okay. And it plays our modems, which are not boring. Yeah, should be able to do RS-232. Yeah. As long as you enable fax handle. That's the thing that I don't know. All right. Checkout be available. I'm probably going to buy it on Amazon anyway. Okay. Tripod heads. Okay. I just want something like okay. So that tripod head over there is a Velbon VS3 head. And it's completely worn out. It's unacceptable. So it just straight up technically can hold the thing there, but yeah, it's awful. So hold on, let me see if I can find Velbon VS3. Okay. So yeah, this might work. So this is the Velbon VS3 head, okay? So this right here, you unscrew that wing nut, and then this whole plate that the camera mounts to flips up, all right? So you can put the camera sideways, all right? The thing is, though, is that they have this weird set screw in here that you can raise and lower, which sets your minimum or maximum horizontal position. And I don't know if it's like just completely worn out or what, but that set screw is insanely loose in that head and it just won't stay in position. And it means that whenever I put the teleprompter in there, it's like random where it's going to be because that moves all the time. So I need it to not be that. Also, this screw nut thing, it's this like weird clamp kind of thing. So the nut on the other side pulls, it gets pulled through this and it's supposed to splay out like an interior friction pad or something, and it just doesn't work. It's all jammed. It's terrible. So yeah, it's completely worn out. So I just need a small tripod head that's capable of holding up a Blackmagic and a teleprompter. And I need to be able to position it. It needs to be more than a ball head, and is a little preferable. Oh, I didn't know that was so cheap. Recognize that arrangement. Father's old Velbon. Yeah, sadly, his twist lock legs and twist locks have long since given up gripping. Oh, so these ones are like a clamp thing. They're pretty good. Yeah, you can send that in options phone to the DHCP. Okay. Oh, man, that's right. I can't just connect a modem to it unless it has like analog phone lines directly out on the unit. Ooh, that's a complicated thing. Manfrotto clamp. The way they feel is way less dodgy. So on that shelf, I drilled a hole through the shelf and it's just straight up bolted through. It's not going anywhere. But the head itself is awful. So, yeah. Now, that was a separate question, Swarm. I was asking if my Cisco U500 whatever IP phone controller, dude, why are there 8 billion tripod heads? Could handle an acoustic coupler phone call modem connection to the data general. Is there a way to say I don't want a ball head? Head type, okay. Gimbal head, pan tilt, pan and tilt. Is there just tilt? What does that look like? Whoa. That's interesting. There's an additional problem with this that I am remembering now. Okay, if you're buying this, you're an idiot. I have a Manfrotto plate on there, and that's not going to mount to anything. I got a Manfrotto clamp I can put on it, but this has to like actually work. Cheap asterisk box. Yeah, but I don't want that. There's off Spa, Mumble, or similar. So you guys are all saying, I'm asking, can this thing do that? And you guys are answering, use Linux. Like, you're not, you're doing the bad thing, okay? Don't do that. No, I'm doing a little bit of a stretch here, okay? But this is the experience that other people have when they're having like a technical problem with a computer, and then someone else just comes in and says, just use Linux, okay? Saying if you want to plug a physical modem in, needing something adapter, some sort. I don't know if my audio is low. I'm hitting the yellow area. It looks like it could be a little louder. I don't want to mess with it right now, though. I feel like it's probably okay. If anyone else thinks it's a little quiet, like, I mean, that's not peaking completely. Why would it be quieter, though? That doesn't make sense. I may have bumped the volume knob on the audio interface. That is weird, Wesley. Needed to be dialed in externally with a real phone number. No. This would be intra-office only. That blue thing down below the HP console looks familiar. I don't remember what it is. I accidentally had the thing open still, Wesley. I see it. Dealt with quiet by turning up my speakers.
Ria subscribed with Prime.
End of line.
That's a name there. I'm gonna say Tekla. Hopefully that's acceptable, but thank you for the Prime. I do appreciate that. Also, I missed this yesterday. Spyro the Proto, thank you for the, I think it was a tier 1 tier 1 or prime similar, but 9 months. I appreciate that. I missed that in the middle of yesterday's stream. So, you know, PBX use something. Okay, so no. No is the answer. Got it. In that case, I will just pretend acoustic couplers don't exist and then go modem to modem. All right. Anyway, back to this. So a plate here doesn't benefit me that much because, again, I have a Manfrotto mount on the teleprompter. And none of these are that. But I have a Manfrotto mount plate, so I can just use that. Well, I mean, I have the, you know, I have these. It's not active, by the way. It hasn't worked since some time. I'll look into it. Why is this so much money? And I feel like it's going to completely suck for my use case. I can't see that working. Maybe I should stop looking at just tilt heads. Because as much as I like the idea, it's probably not what there's probably better options in the other place. These are weird. Why are they so weird now? Yeah, I think a point was being missed with the question I was asking. I was trying to reduce the amount of infrastructure required. Just slapping the Cisco box in the middle would have worked. I'm not willing to buy a single thing, and I'm not looking to learn to set up any software. You know, I wonder, maybe I just should look on Amazon. Maybe I want garbage. And this isn't garbage, which has its place.
LUCKYBOB 77 SIZHER 100-AM. I totally wrong when I see these prices and immediately want to get a knockoff from AliExpress. Points to help me buy something.
End of line.
Lucky Bob, thank you for the 100 bits. It depends. Some of the stuff it is actually worth it. Some of it it's not. But these are all weird. I don't understand what's going on here. Like, these are all, like, I accidentally found a, like, boutique kind of thing. Like, geared head? Like, what? Just, I don't understand. Definitely not trying to make things complicated. A certain rabbit hole making things more complicated. Yeah, it's a balance. Oh, Philip, let me put it this way. There is internet not sucking, and the home internet is just worthless. All right, sounds like I got to turn up my microphone. I'm going to do that really quick. All right, let me look at my audio interface over here. I am on channel 1. I am talking currently, but it's a little low. If I turn it up to about there, That is maybe a little louder. I'm going to pull it back down just a smidge. Okay, so I think that's probably in the better range right there. Okay, let's go with that. YouTuber live stream cross-country drive. Oh my gosh. That they could use talk to stream while the network was down. My problem is that my home internet is going down.
976 has not subscribed with Prime. They've subscribed for 2 months, currently on a 2-month streak.
End of line.
Thrasher, thank you for the Prime sub and for 2 months. I appreciate that.
Hive
Yeah, it's not,
subscribed
this
with
isn't,
Prime.
we're at,
They've subscribed for 27 months.
End of line.
that's 24, 26, 27. Hypes, thank you for the 27 months. But yeah, no, my problem is the home internet going down, and that's the cable broadband, all right? This whole time that I've been not paying for internet for the office through the one broadband service provider I haven't been doing it because of the instability that you are seeing now from my home internet. It would be the same provider. So it wouldn't matter. Service would be just as bad. Wouldn't pay through the nose for the service you get, apparently. Yeah. So, wow, is it so bad? Is that your stream has started? It is. That's what that is. Yep. Cool. So annoying. Anyway, what I think you guys missed only was me looking at these geared tripod heads and kind of really liking them, and then seeing these PTZ mounts, and now I want one for the Blackmagic right here. Yeah. I don't know why these are so expensive, but I'm probably going to have to get one. Loud volumes. So I went and I adjusted the audio slightly, so I am at my normal speaking voice, tickling the top side of the yellow zone in the VU meter, which I believe is where I should be targeting. So yeah, I mean, not everyone owns a D-Slam. I don't know what a D-Slam is. Sneaky? Ah, yeah. But yeah, someone else mentioned that the deck talk was maybe a little loud. Yeah, so ball head not going to work because I'll never be able to level a ball head. I like these. These are cool. Those are for leveling, weirdly. Yeah, I think I have to get one of those. A geared tripod head would work so well in the constrained space that I have. I'm a little nervous about it being tall, but, oh well. Ooh, that's kind of cool, but I don't know what the deal is with this. Yeah, so not that. Digital subscriber line, access multi-far into DSL. Ah, okay. Well, based on your, I'm going to say experience with PBXs, it doesn't surprise me, you know that. All right, so there's no cheap geared tripod heads. Newer is typically the cheap brand, and theirs is $135. Wasn't there one that was down here that was cheaper, like $118? No, there was not. Okay, so it's $135 on Amazon. What do you got? Newer, I mean, B&H. It's $20 more here. Cool. Wish I'd bought one when I was eyeing up years ago. Sell throwaway money. Would have been handy for streaming. Why geared for your use case? What makes you think that is the right move for you? Because I didn't know these existed until 10 minutes ago. Well, that's cool to see that kind of stuff evolve, Philip. I'm not sure which one I would have to get, because I'm not really liking the idea of putting the Manfrotto adapter on this tiny little circle. Let me see if I can show you the difference in the mount plates that I'm talking about. Yeah, I can. Okay. So those tripod heads are all coming with Arca Swiss compatible mounts, and this is an Arca Swiss plate, so you can screw that in. So this is for holding my phone clip thing like that. So this is Arca Swiss sized. This is the Manfrotto plate that I have on the bottom of my teleprompter. So this, no fit. Nope. So it's a slightly bigger, larger mechanical connection. And I like this when I have a massive, heavy thing that I'm trying to secure. So that's what I'm hoping to put on there. And while I do have adapter plates that'll be put a mount on something like this, you're limiting your stability when you put it on a smaller one. So, or cut a Manfrotto adapter. Basically, that's what I would be doing, but yeah. Spent more time than I'm willing remembering how to work ISDL with mine. So when I'm looking at these and I'm saying that it doesn't look super stable, it's because I'm comparing this kind of mount size to this. So, all right. I think I'm just gonna have to settle. I'm not gonna buy one right now. I'm gonna do some research, look on eBay. But it looks like a geared one would probably work. Manfrotto's made in Italy? I didn't know that. Why is Stream Elements just now saying I'm streaming? What? How? Is there an Arca to Manfrotto adapter though? That would be stupid, but like. There's Manfrotto to Arca. Yeah, that makes sense. It shouldn't go the other way. It would be nice. I might look into that too. I don't know. Minutes late. I don't quite think so. Oh, wait, yeah, the other stuff. It's all right, I'll look into a geared one. That seems reasonable. Let's go take a look at all the stuff. All right, it's time to get on to the actual subject. It's like light bulb adapters, yeah. All right, let me get set up over there. So I'm going to give you a wider view while I do. And then we'll switch over to that. Migrating away from Firefox, finding more and more sites don't work with it. I have not had that experience, so I can't relate to that. All right. Enjoy the complete mishmash of white balance that is my nightmare. All right. Where am I clipping this? To the stool? White balance ain't too bad. Could probably use a slight tan. Yeah. Stool is a rounded lip, which doesn't allow this mount to get around it because it's perfectly flush for some weird reason. Didn't I have another one of these over here? That was a little cheaper, stupider construction. Also, speaking of construction, the noise has stopped for some reason. I don't know if that's going to be permanent or what. It's probably just construction lunch time. All right, well, maybe this won't work. Okay. Stop them. Good while back, yeah. Lunchtime, yeah. Just about good enough niche. Feels like I eat all over again. View so much technological goodness, yeah. All right. Maybe just over here. All right. So my crank lift, material lift thing currently has all of my viewer mail on it that I need to open. And one storage bin. So that'll have to be handled at some point. But not today. Okay, let's see how well this works. Phone's not in my pocket because it's over somewhere. There it is. All right. Just going to open a regular camera for now, get an idea of what the view is. Oh, that's awful. Perfect. Because that's what I need to fix. Okay. All right, let's try this. Droid cam. And blammo. Oh, it works really well with it being live. Okay, that'll work. All right, yeah, this is terrible. All right. So this is the result of much data general ignoring of the surrounding area. So I'm going to have chat on Microsoft Surface over here. And let me read what people are saying. You know what? I'm going to pull the mail platform out of here because it's crowding it way too much. I'm also going to pull this chair out. The AT&T 6300 because that's just waiting to be worked on at some point. Someday. Mail thing out of here. All right. Much data generaling? Yes. Too much data generaling. All right. Some of this is just here because I had to get it out of my way. Like, so these are my soft boxes, okay? And welcome to show and tell, which is what this is inevitably going to be. These are the soft boxes that I use for my big bright filming lights, except I never use them anymore because I found out just putting them above my eye line and pointing them at the ceiling is actually better. So that's fun. All right. This is just foam padding, packing material. Keep this around for weird stuff, like I use this to prop up the drives and the data generals while they're on the desk. This has no real home, so I'm just going to make it go away for a second. It kind of goes underneath of the table there. All right. Here's one change that I'm making that I'm trying to have actually happen. I think I just need to know that I don't ever adjust the camera angle. Yes. Trying to put all 3.5-inch drives up here. Not like every single one of them I own, but all of them that are loose. Dude, what on earth? Why has it got like a weird plate on it? You gonna break? My whole organizing. Fine, that one goes there. All right, this one's a fake USB thing, but I'm also putting hard drives up there, so sure, why not? Actually, there's one drive that was really long because it's a zip drive. That should go in front of that. There we go. It's beautiful. Okay. Nice purple controller. Oh, yeah, that's the what you call it? This. The Duke. They call it the Halo edition, but it is really the Cortana edition. I wish it was just purple and had the normal Xbox intro. But no, it has some Halo thing that is meaningless to me because I've never played Halo. Okay. 5.25 drive here. 8.5-inch drive power cable. right there for now. Bulk tape eraser box should go underneath my desk over there where the bulk tape eraser is. E-reader cards. They're going on my paperwork shelf over here where Selectric ribbons, wheel rider ribbons, that kind of stuff are. These are the old keys for my Keychron K8. It's fun, more so, 1 and 2, raise your wrist. For Shelby's brain is overheating, again with 8.5 inch. I think you're making stuff up. I didn't say that. Anyway, I don't know what to do with these. These keys suck. Here's the switches that came in it, I think. Yeah, those are the lame blues or knockoff blues, if I remember right. No, these are Gateron blues. Those are fancy, I think, actually, now that I'm re-seeing those. So yeah, those are probably nice. And then I have the Gateron greens. Don't do keyboards, not even once. Like, Mark, are really familiar with this method of organization? Yeah. Just put them in I don't know what to do with them pile. Yeah, that's the thing is, where do I put the keyboard parts I'm ever going to have? That I'm never going to use again, but I don't want to get rid of. I have some loosely keyboard related stuff stored right there. I'm going to do that. Like I have the shell for the Model M that I built, and this is an MSI warranty card. That's the slip left over after you cut out your warranty card and send it in. I'm going to put it in with my MSI stuff. When I first got the S100 computer stuff, the document spent a long time on the Micronova in my face so that I would actually get them archived. And some of them slipped and fell around in places they shouldn't have been. Trouble is, when I put them in bin in 3 months, later it'll be needed after 5 years sitting in the corner this way. Yeah. So when's the office tour? Not happening. All right, so this is the EP44. I need to put this back on here, but it sucks. Let's see if I can do this without that was super easy. I'm leaving this out and about, and I'm gonna mute my phone. Oh wait, you're not using that audio, so that's not a problem. What we got going on here? It's nothing. Okay. What about EPC? You can see the box for one. Maybe. Man, barely. No, that's an Acer. I don't think I have an EPC. You talking about the one computer per child green thing? Because that's not that. Which pet is that? It's an 8032. It's the only one that's ever been on my channel. That's the corner pet, yeah. Wish the tablet would stop dimming the screen while it's plugged in, but it's probably better that it does. No, it's a 4032, not an 8032, sorry. That used to be the 5150 corner. It was never officially that. It was only temporarily that because I needed a bigger space to try and set up the plotter. Okay, so we got a MIDI cable. That I kind of have a place for, actually. That I'm putting in with 1/4-inch audio cables because I'm a monster. Now, what do I do with... I know what? I think the PS2 extension cable just lives over here because I'm probably going to set it up. All right. The most useful power cable in the world. That one I'm leaving out because there are times when I need these and I'm like, I just need that, and then I don't know where it is. So I'm going to put that on my electronics bench. All right. These are super helpful. That's 1/4-inch audio to RCA. That goes to my MT32 so that I can get stereo out into this, which is my Realistic SA10 amp that I use for my stuff. These are my favorite headphones, my Stanton Dynaphase 60. That's actually not true. They're not my favorite. I really like them, but I really like the Sony XBR 300s that I have more. Is that dual 4040? That's an 8050. On top of it is the 4032 printer. 4022. You're getting ahead of yourself because you're going to be able to see the pet, ideally. Here. Also, you could just watch my videos. The printer hasn't been in a video, but all the other stuff has. All right, so I got 2.5-inch laptop hard drives here. I'm putting these in a stack on the left side. All right, that's a vintage hard drive with a Blizzard Post-it note on it for some reason. Weird. Oh no, don't tell me this is just a box full of hard drives. I think this is a box full of hard drives. This is one of my Grease Weasel floppy adapters. I'm putting that there. This is an AT keyboard extension cable. Yeah, that's a box full of hard drives. You know what? I kind of like having the idea, or I like the idea of having them on the shelf more, but I think this will completely fill the shelf. So you know what? I'm going to move the, oh, that's where my N95s went. I'm moving these over to the, and by moving, I mean I'm going to very carefully sort them. There we go. I'm moving these here, though. And now I'm going to fill this with hard drives. Watch, I'm going to do this, and then the tripod head will be too tall, then I'm going to have to remove that shelf every time I want to use this, and then I'm going to regret this. Holy moly, that's weird looking. I got 2 of them like that. Are these SCSI? They are. They're IBM SCSI drives, huh? So those, you know, totally work for sure. I got a bunch of them. Why? Okay. All right. I'm gonna guess this box, there's more SCSI hard drives. Yeah, I'm gonna guess these are all toast. Okay. Yeah, those are dead. Okay. Well. Oh well, there's more 2.5s. And I get to throw a box away. Oh yeah. All right, let me catch up on chat. See it, fling it, sorted. Yeah, it cost $16. Here, stop panicking. Sure, see an old video of the pet, but it's a pet. Yeah, I just got excited seeing the pet. All right. Learned a little while ago you use floppy drive storage and also AT power supplies. What? How many quantum SCSI? Probably. We're not digging through there to see what I have. Our primary goal here is just to get it done. Compact hat, modern Atari Jaguar hat. I do have a period correct one, but I wore the snot out of it and destroyed it because I actually wore it. Back to the Future hat, IBM hat, and then also really worn Atari hat, circa late 2000s. And then this is something that I lament. You know what? I'm not supposed to put the Back to the Future hat on the outside because it is vinyl and will get scuffed up. I lament not wearing dress shirts because I have vintage computer themed ties and they're super cool, but like, when am I ever going to wear these? I want to come up with a reason to wear these, but I don't know. Need to find like a vintage computer polo shirt or something. Well, not a polo shirt, but dress shirt. Maybe a weird pattern. These I generally put here. They're going to have to move, but all right. Post-it notes, those will go on my modern desk. Let's see. Time to get Tech Tangent dress shirt merch. I mean, I guess. I don't know. Nice try, as Joy Indeed. You have to test them and throw them into a bin. Send to a scrapper. What, the hard drives? No, I do not. All right. So we've cleared out almost this whole side. This is a teleprompter that I bought at Goodwill recently. It's a, I don't know what it is. A phone teleprompter. I kind of want to put a tab on there and then have it as like a secondary one, but I'm not exactly sure what I want. It was like $5, so I wasn't leaving a like 9-inch pane of beam splitting glass at Goodwill for that little money. All right, this is a clipboard that I cut small because I have somewhere around here a Wacom digitizing notepad. And I didn't want to buy pads of paper. I wanted to be able to put in like an individual sheet of paper. So I cut that clipboard down so it would fit in there, and then it just kind of sucked. So I stopped using it. Construction's about to start up again. Okay. Spent like a month testing most of my HDDs, some of my computers last time I moved. Yeah, see, that's what we're not doing right now. Need the white red suspenders tie. Ooh, you know, I don't mind that idea. That kind of sounds interesting. Why not t-shirt and tie? Because I don't think that works, like, even as a joke. I think it just looks weird. This is more packing material. Just putting it off to the side. Not packing. I just use it as weird random padding for things every now and then. Okay, making progress. SD, ID, SD to laptop IDE. This is the SRM board, SRM interface for the Series 200. This is useless to me and the original video cable. I need to find my HP Series 80 bin and put this in there. For now, I'm going to put it on a shelf with some other weird parts and cards, like a 2400 bits per second modem. Another 3.5-inch drive. This is, okay, so this is something I'm going to recommend all of you buy. This is an IBM flowchart drawing guide. These are dirt cheap on eBay because IBM made 1 billion of them. They probably gave them out for like job trainings or whatever. And it's a really cool like little programming doohickey. I'm gonna go put this on the Data General, even though it's not actually Data General related. But yeah, they're dirt cheap. I hear tile getting cut out there, so that's fun. You find something fancy to review? Yeah. Need a collar, full time place, yeah.
Cards and boots and cats and cards and cards, CHER 100.
End of line.
Swarm, thank you for the 100 bits. See, late 80s trading, yeah. Never seen those. Had fluorescent green plastic ruler type flowchart. Outline ruler years back. Got lost of time. Yeah, no, those IBM ones are dirt cheap. All right, here's something cool. Novus 650 personal calculator. I remember this being more interesting than it seems like it would be. I think it's because Novus turned out to be a semiconductor manufacturer. And it's another example of a semiconductor manufacturer trying to brute force their way onto the market by making a product, kind of like TI did. Things like the calculator and the Speak and Spell were tech demos to try and get that stuff going. I don't have a great place where I just put calculators. I have, you know what, I have some of my HPs over here on display. I'm going to put this with those and try and later develop a better calculator storage location. All right, 3.5-inch drive and a 5.25-inch adapter. This is a Mitsumi 1/4-inch drive that has an IDE interface. I don't know why it's in an ESD bag. It's not that fancy. I'd rather have the bag for cards. I'm gonna pull that out. All right, we're making progress here. Most of the stuff's going into places where it should actually be stored. So, no place to put calcs is kind of surprising. It's mostly because there's too many of them. And they're too weird. Like, what do I do with this? I got a little Radio Shack solar calculator here. Like, where do I put this? All right. This is a TV tuner for Mac. The weirdest part about this isn't even the only one of these I have. These are different. We're going to put that on top of the other one. All right. Making progress. Another 5 1/4 inch drive. We're encroaching on the teleprompter space, but that is fine for now. This box contains the original 4 floppy controllers. It contains one of the original 4 floppy controllers. Somewhere around here is the manual that I keep managing to get near this, but never in the box. So let's move the box again so I can find the manual later and hope to repatriate it. Obviously, it goes in the calculator annex, yeah. Not the Mitsumi 40 pin. No, it actually directly says IDE on it. All right. Making progress. I'm going to pull this up because this hits the CRT, and when I inevitably move the CRT in a moment, I don't want to hit that. This goes to this cable for my Golden Image floppy enclosure that I have. I do not have the corresponding card that goes to this, so this went to an external 5 1/4 inch floppy enclosure, but it would have an ISA card that was just a blank card that would have a header to connect a floppy cable into, internal to the computer, and then you could just have the floppy drive external to your case. I don't understand why. Maybe that's how you were supposed to use the 2 extra floppy connections on like an AT or something. I don't know. I'm going to put this is in the really weird category. I'm going to put it right there. Out of sight, out of mind. Okay. More e-reader. Let me go put that in the e-reader envelope. Sorted. Okay. Okay, aren't those IDE controllers that don't do fully IDE? I'm not sure what you mean. What happened to those 10 or so PCs? You got the PCIe Ethernet card? You still got them? Nope, I still have them all. Sorry you're late. That's okay. We're stuck doing weird stuff because there's too much construction going on to do any real projects. You had an external floppy drive. If you had a hard drive, taking up space. I mean, I guess. I don't know. That's weird. Or is it just they didn't do IDE hard drive connectors? I'm not really sure what you're talking about. All right, this is the timer. Is this the official X10 one? This is unbranded. Oh, Leviton. Okay. So yeah, this is an X10 clock. This one's Leviton branded. You can get this in all kinds of other brands. I have a Radio Shack one. LGR did a video about literally this clock. There's tons of them. I am just going to cram it up here. It blows my mind that VFD clocks are like good. Like, who would think you would want a VFD on all the time? Philip gave me that phone. It's cool. I don't think we ever used it for all stuff, but I do love it as a set piece around here. All right, some random scrap 3D printed parts. I'm putting these in here because that's where the rest of it is. Low profile bracket. I'm putting that in there. Oh, a real cassette. Okay, some actual cassettes. I'm going to put these with the cassette player up here. Let me rotate this remote speaker switch so these will fit next to it. Boom. Okay. D-Link NE2000 compatible network card driver. I think I know where the box is for this, so I'm going to go put it in there. Let's see. Nope, those are both not open. Is it on that desk? Actually, it might be. Hold on, is it over here? Yeah, it's right. Or is that that's not a sealed one? We'll get to this in a moment. I think it goes in here. If it doesn't, it is anyway, because this is the exact same card this is for. Yep, this is the one missing the disc. Perfect. New old stock. I did not realize that. That explains why it looks so good. That's awesome. All right. Misheard that. I was about to get overexcited. I'm not sure what you're saying. Are they doing construction outside my office? Yes. Very loud, strong, annoying construction. All right. I'm just going to grab this whole stack that I was looking at here. We've looked at all of this on stream. This is for the FLP01 Silverstone case video. Just all the parts I'm going to use with that. Okay, this is something that I have not looked at on stream. I have gone through this all off camera. There's a bunch of Tektronix stuff that I have no use for. So I have some like backplane extender boards. I don't know what these go to. Somebody would probably be really excited to get these. I have a document. I forget what this talks about. Tektronix Prism 3000 customer. We're happy to provide you with the software update. Yeah, so I have that and the floppies. Software update for that. There's some ESD nonsense. This thing's probably important for the Tektronix. I think it's an external probe doodad. I should probably look that up. I might want to sell that. I don't know. It's probably really expensive. A big old ribbon cable for some reason, and then a whole bunch of DB25 adapters that go to like weird things. So I need to look through this. The test equipment you see down there, this came with that. I did not get the Tektronix scope. I'm very sad because it would have been cool. It is never, ever, ever going to be a quest for me though, so I should just give the go away. See, just sorry I didn't have the card center of the dial. That's all right. I keep meaning to print like a Baby Bell styled Tektangents logo to put in there. I think that would be cool. Let's see. It's more or less what I remember. ID, Mitsumi, and Sony. Panasonic has one. Yeah, Chloe got it. I have a sound card that has all of those on it, actually. The Sony one is weird. Hitachi had their own as well. This I should just go put back on my desk. This is the barcode reader that Kaiser made for me, along with the serial cable adapter for it. This is starting to look pretty good over here. Okay. This is an HDMI cable. That's where it goes now. That is necessary to run video up to the teleprompter, so it just stays around here. XT IDE, I'm putting that over here. There was one day I was at Walmart, I was like, I need headphones. I bought some Sony headphones. I was out of town, was desperate for some headphones. They're okay. Okay. This thing same size as the cheese wheel? I have no idea what you're talking about. Cheese wheel. Maybe? Like the tiny little Baby Bell cheese? Oh, no. So, that's kind of hilarious. So, kind of, oh my gosh. Okay, when I said Baby Bell, I did not mean the wax-coated cheese discs. What I meant is a AT&T Bell Atlantic, kind of merger split off from Bell, the phone company that was determined to be a monopoly and broke up into Baby Bells scattered around the United States. That was good. That was good. I like that. All right. Key AT. We all know it. It exists. It goes in the cereal bin. All right. All of my curve tracer bins. I don't know what to do with these. Like, I feel like I should only need one of these. Why do I have 5 of them? I don't understand. If only I had like a small box that I could put these all in. Drat. Just when I try to get rid of something, it's gotta stick around. There's only 3 of them in there. It's ridiculous. All right. And then the weird programmable interface tester that I will never use in my entire life. That also goes to the curve tracer. Okay. All right, making progress. This is the power supply for this light. I'm gonna unplug it. It's wired in to the back of the workbench because I never unplug it. And I'm just gonna set it on top of the Z820, which has kind of been relegated to vintage computer set. Wait a minute. I forgot I wasn't using that. In the Mario Kart map video, I said that the PNGs didn't improve performance that much on a computer from 2012. I thought I was using the E5 2690s. No, I'm using the Threadripper. That makes a bit of a difference. Oh well, too late now. At least not that many people know about that mistake, because no one watched the video. I think we're up to like 5 signatures inspired by that video though, so worth it. All right. Razer Black Widow Ultimate. Is this the original? 2014. Yeah, I have 2 versions of this now. I think this one is the earlier one. I'm not 100% sure. Putting this in the vaguely keyboard-ish area that I was describing earlier. On top of it having the shell from the Unicomp keyboard that I used to make the industrial gray one. I also have a Unicomp modern one. I don't know. It's whatever the small one is. It kind of sucks. Shelby lied. Not intentionally. Which I believe means I made a mistake. It's this USB 2.0 hub. I'm going to go put this on my modern desk. Take that curved tracer shields because I end up needing to just connect a bunch of random 2.0 nonsense. Okay. Next, some random media. Yay. Okay, so we have, I'm gonna guess, 2 CDRs that look like they have data that aren't labeled. Actually, they look like they might be blank. They're either blank or completely full. I'm not sure. So they stay a mystery. Okay, then we got floppies. These are 5 1/4s. There are sleeves near them. I don't know what's on them. There's a 3M. I don't remember what I was doing with these. There's some missing. That's not cool. Well, just gonna put these on the floppy shelf. You know what's really fun about having, good grief, 7 decades of computer history here? I have absolutely no idea what's on these. Like, not even a clue. There's no way for me to guess. And imaging them is not super easy. So, oh man. Why is API test so expensive? Because it was meant for me to be the only one to redeem it, and I keep forgetting to hide it because people only bring it up during stream, and I don't redeems off stream. Yeah, Swarm, that's exactly what the Unicomp I was describing is. Add it as a note in the description. Nah, if anyone wants to call me out on that, they're welcome to. Things send now, intentionally fill up the space that's just been made. Oh gosh. 2014 garbage early. During green switches. I like the switches in that keyboard. I'll say that, if it's the one I'm thinking. One of them I used for a really long time. PCM CIA Wi-Fi card. That is the laptop version of the PCIe Ethernet card. I'm just going to pop this up here and then never think about it again. Whee! Okay. They're very handy, don't get me wrong. And having one new in the box is nice because then you know all the drivers are there. Oh, these are not just random 2.5-inch drives. I'm gonna say these are all associated with each other for various reasons, and I'm not going to describe any further why. But all of this has to stay together and accessible for the video that is not the next video, but the video after that. Okay, that'll go there. Okay. Edimark is MIA. Well, we're not doing a video right now, aren't we? Speaking of call me is still out of stock. Good, because the phone doesn't work. I picked it up. Doesn't even have dial tone right now. All right. Oh, was I getting more Wesley pictures over there? No. Okay. Let's see. Hey, it's actually starting to look pretty good. All right. Okay, I have a confession. I shouldn't have bought this stuff. I bought, well, some of this stuff. There's some awesome stuff there. I kind of like this leader scope, so I don't regret that. And then that's the HP Nixie counter. That thing's incredible. That I love, but everything else, maybe I shouldn't have. I was, this was a really, what's the best way to describe this? For those of you who don't Craigslist, okay, you won't understand this, but I will go somewhere to buy a thing, all right? In this case, it was the HP 16500B, okay? And when I got there, I'm like, yes, this is cool. Well, here's the thing, actually. So it was a very old woman whose husband had died, okay? I didn't quite know this at this point, but she was there with her daughter to make sure that the weird guy who was showing up to buy this strange thing that I don't really know what it is, wasn't going to murder her, okay? So I show up there. They're like, before you buy this, do you know what this is? And I was like, bam, that's an HP 16500B logic analysis mainframe system. And her daughter was like, okay, I'm going to leave this guy knows what he's doing and he's not a threat. He's a nerd. So that was how that went. After I just like, bam, recited that off, the woman was like, he had some other stuff, my husband who died. Would you be interested in that? And I'm like, yes. So that's where I also got that Tektronix scope on the cart. And then there was all of this. And what I ended up doing was basically buying all of the electrical engineering test equipment at once. Partly because I bundled it together and it worked as a good deal for me. Partly because so that she could just sell it all and not have to worry about it because it was a lot all over. So I bought everything I could find there, which was a lot. There's a lot of weird stuff I'm never going to use. Like this is a micromilliometer. It has the weirdest probes I have ever seen that are unique to it. I'm never going to use this. What's weird is I actually had a job where I could have used this, but that's a different story. But yeah, I'm personally never going to use this, but yeah, I don't know. That's not even like the worst thing. This is a signal generator, this is a signal generator, and this is a signal generator, but they're all like just analog wave generators. I shouldn't have bought them. I shouldn't have bought them. Oh well. Very handy for making sure your random lengths of wire are sufficiently wire-like. Yeah. Sounds like you did a good deed. There was a component to that. So, I ended up murdering 2 people. Gosh. That's a different story. Do we need an unfollowed tangent counter on the stream? Yeah. Yeah, there is some really cool stuff. Like this one. Okay, we're probably going to take a Friday to figure this out, okay? This is a Rustrack chart recorder, okay? So this is carbon paper, I think, or something like that, where you mark it by just scratching on it. And there's a needle here that gets moved left to right, and it's controlled by just a voltage input on the back. I think I know the voltage range, but I haven't plugged it in and tried it. I think it would be so cool to try this thing out. So it says degrees F in there if you can read that. This is a card that you can just replace and make it do whatever you want. You're just looking at a voltage scale for going across. But I think that thing would be super fun to play with. But yeah, there's so much here. I don't know what to do with it all. Seismic monitor, yeah. Need to find a roll of paper for my accidental chart plotter. First need to figure out how to mount pen to it, yeah. VCF voltage at table recording device, yeah. Yeah, that would be funny, actually. Generate a lot of waves at once, create unique ambient soundtrack, yeah. 3 signal generators who play chords, yeah. Connect to a heart rate monitor. So, for right now, I'm just going to leave these down here. They're in the way. They might be a problem when we go to swap this out. But yeah, I don't want to mess with that. So that is getting ignored. I'm going to move this light out of here so we have some more working space. What time is it, by the way? It is not as late as I anticipated. Why is this not charging? Wow, that stupid hungry surface managed to drain my whole battery bank. Dang. Okay. Well, might as well unplug it. And what's the charge like on it? Probably not incredible. It says it's got 30 minutes left, 38%. Okay, cool. Fun. All right. I changed up my monitor configuration, and now I don't need this one that's mounted on an arm. I don't know where to put it. Let me see if I can find the stand. I don't know where the stand is. Someone reorganized too much stuff. That's not it, is it? Probably not, because that would be convenient. Oh my gosh, I think it is. No way. Okay, well, I can just unmount it then. Perfect. Holy moly, I found a thing. You all can never disorganized again. I found a thing when I need it. I am clearly an organizing genius. Very rude of someone to break in your office and reorganize stuff. All right, here's my goal for today, okay? Needle found a sack. Enjoy your seething. Here's my goal for today, okay? Turn on the XP computer, turn on the Windows 98 computer, maybe the 486 DOS, have it display video on there, have that display video on there, capture both at once. That's the goal for today. But also swap that CRT, because that one's too big. I have one that I believe is just barely slightly smaller, but we'll find out. If it's not small enough, then we'll swap it down one more size. Oh, that's perfect. Yes! It's so much easier to store these when they're not mounted to an arm. That, of course, went somewhere definitely well organized. No further questions needed. Same thing with this. Let me extremely well organize this. Perfect. Okay. We uncover any buried treasure today. Some more PCI Ethernet cards. Why did everyone just go rewatch that video or something? Why is everyone quoting that one all of a sudden? No, everything here is basically known. This really wasn't that far gone. It was surface level buildup because of the 4 months of data generalness. I'm gonna need this very soon. I'm gonna go put it on the AVision. Probably make sure the Linux drivers are all set up and working. Okay. What's this? A zip disk power supply. I'm going to put this in here. That seems like the kind of weird thing that should go in there. All right. Tape screws to it, to the monitor. So the screws are standard VESA mount screws. They shouldn't go with the monitor. They should go to the stand or the arm. But I actually have a place where I put those, so that's fine. Friday afternoon, office bunking, be cool weekly stream, albeit spoilery. No, the spoilery part's too big of a liability. Cough 5 years of being harassed about data generals. Oh, that's that cable. How many of these have you seen? That's a super annoying one to find. I actually got this with a calculator that I have here. Bought the calculator just to get this power cable because they're so hard to find. And I get to use it with the HP Nixie stuff down there. So, yeah. That one stays prominent. Oh, you know what? This box actually needs to go with the 3D6 stuff. Japanese calculator power cord. It might be, but it was very close to the HP ones. It's the same pin locations, but I did have to cut the shell slightly, which I feel a little bit bad about, but also I really hate those cables, so I didn't feel that bad about it. Am I hallucinating, or did sewing machines use similar connector? Maybe. You don't want to see the unpleasantness on the back of my 5245L? Yeah, exactly. Active USB 3.0 extension cable, which was originally for literally this use case where I would bring the over here for filming in this area, but this actually works way better. So this does not currently have a home. I'm going to put it underneath my modern desk. Actually, I'm going to put it on top of the streaming PC, which it will fit very well. Ow. Okay. Tektronix 465 can stay there. Dell Dell FP 2001 can stay there. I think I have closed iron similar connector. Maybe. Worry the cord doesn't have a fuse. Should have a fuse. Okay. I think we might be close enough here. Oh, you know what? Is the disc out for Unreal Tournament 3? I don't remember. I bet it's not. It's in the computer, isn't it? I don't know. Let me just turn the computer on. Here's another light box. One moment. Stupid, useless soft boxes. That was $150 poorly spent. Although that was a lot of money then. Well, that's a lot of money now, but I make dumber purchases sometimes now. Okay, now let's turn the computer on. Power on. Optical drive. Okay, there's nothing in there. Good. Okay. Power off. Come on. There we go. Before it started trying to boot, and I was at risk of wrecking the RAID 0 array. More calculators. There's the calculator place. What? Where's calculator place? It's not behind that. That has to stay empty to fit the tripod, or the teleprompter. If I didn't need to film with the Blackmagic, I would totally put like a dedicated small camera over there, and I'm still almost tempted to. I'm really thinking after my next couple giant expensive projects are over, I think it's time I invest in better lights that can be permanently mounted. I like the Amran, the aperture ones that I've got, but, well, maybe they could be ceiling mounted and then just be done. But yeah, I need some permanently mounted lights. To the right of the XP machine. Oh, right there. It kind of is. Technically, that's where the globe is supposed to go. Not that it, like, matters that much, because I don't actually want it on here scratching up the top of the aluminum case. So, I want nothing up there, ideally. $1,400 mystery project. Yup. Oh. That one's not going to make its money back either. It's just not going to happen. All right, because I know that thing weighs like 60 pounds. I'm going to move these out of here. Just to make it easier on me. Maybe I'll compare it in size next to the other one that's on the floor right over here. So that is the Dell monitor that goes back to the NT workstation video that I did under the mistaken Draga 2 pseudonym. It's enormous. But I don't remember if it's bigger than that one or not. I am starting to suspect that one is actually larger in the bezel department. So that's a problem. This is too big though. It's actually squishing this power center, and this is the brand new one. I don't want the brand new one getting squished, so I need to swap it out. Refinishing aluminum is not hard. I mean, it's brushed, so I would have to match the brush texture. I don't want to mess with it. That all looks real nice on that desk there now. Yeah, doesn't it? Like, it's, especially that setup works so well with this desk. Like, that's my favorite part right there. This is the era of computer that belongs with this desk. So definitely not this thing. That's the outlier. The pet just doesn't have a home elsewise, and it's really awkwardly shaped. Why is this gotta be so heavy? All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull this out to right here, and then we're gonna compare the size of the bezels of the two monitors. Okay. Let's push that up to the back. Okay, all the other one has to do to get swapped into place of that one is just be smaller. So let's see. I'm starting to think it's not. Oh gosh. Yeah. I mean, it is technically smaller, but it's not gaining me a single thing. It might even be deeper, which is almost worse. These are 19-inch monitors, by the way. They're enormous. Ignore the rat's nest behind the screens. If you didn't see it before, you're not going to see it after. So organized basement full of computers yesterday, and I'm still sore. Yeah. That word again, heavy. Yeah. Well, that's unfortunate. This one was free, by the way. It was going to get thrown away. I don't think I've ever turned it on. It's kind of cool looking. It would do well as a monitor on a desk that the back is open, because in my opinion, this is peak CRT design, where you have that beveled edge on the back. Let me zoom this in a little bit for you. There we go. So, zoom in, white balance, auto. Okay. This right here, this corner, this lip, okay, if your monitor has this, it's fantastic. This is how every CRT should have been designed. This one kind of wraps around to the back. It's a little weird. Even later ones, it's smooth all the way to the back. Looks kind of stupid. This corner right here, this makes it. If it has this, it's fantastic. That's my rule of thumb. So yeah, I love that one for that reason. But it's too big. So we're gonna have to trial and error a couple of different options here, I think. Which also sucks because that means I got two monsters loose now. Might want to turn it on first. Nah, it's fine. Used to have those monitors like 12. Good times, yeah. Greetings, pretty nice big CRTs. They are enormous CRTs, yes. These are probably the biggest that anyone should reasonably try and go for. You can technically get the 21 inches, but they're a lot more than you may think they are. Let me double check that's actually level. There we go. So Ray Museum electromechanical curiosities here, yeah. NAC has SVGA 15-pin inputs, so you can turn the cable on, use it with Mac. Oh, that's interesting. We can 17-inch Hitachi in the corner, which fits all those criteria. Yeah, 17 would be a better size. Unfortunately, is that a 17 there? Wait a minute, what's that one? I don't remember that one. I have too many CRTs. And also somehow not enough. It's the weirdest thing. I don't understand it. I think I have a lot of them that are old turds is the problem. That they're like 800 by 600 only. It's like, great, that's useless. Let me pull this one out of here. You know what? Let me pull the Dell out of here. Let me disconnect it. And then you can see the front of that one, which we haven't seen yet. The Dell is hardwired. Boo. This one has a cable. Yay. Yeah. Oh. I try to always carry them like this because the plastic is super fragile and I don't trust it. If the bezel can still hold the tube up, then it hasn't totally failed yet. Whew. Okay. Front of that one. Oh my gosh, that's perfect. That's like picture perfect what a CRT should look like with the stepped bottom. Dude, man, why can't I use that thing? That's so pretty. It's no fair. I want to use that. Do I need the power center? At least you can lift a 19-inch. Yeah. 21 are staggeringly heavy. They're so heavy. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this t-shirt. Yeah. Yeah, you can get this. This is my own t-shirt design. That was completely unintentional. I was harping that up while I was wearing the shirt. That's hilarious. But yes, this shirt has all of the design characteristics I was talking about. There's the step back with the neck portion. There's the step control area. Circle base is preferable to square base. This does not have that, but I'll give it a pass. But yeah, these CRT dice you used to do a workout, yeah. 21-inch monitor will fit in the back seat of a Sebring Link, yes. But a 21-inch will not fit in here, that's for sure. It would fit there, but I don't have the PC stuff set up there because, well, I mean, you can see how the pet fills in that space. I need it for the weirder, big layout stuff. So I end up leaving that open and have PC Perma set up there. Oh my gosh. Acquired 210i Wega several years ago. Well, that's different. The Wegas that are 1080 do built-in scaling. So you never pass through video directly to them because you cannot simultaneously sync to a 240i signal and a 1080i signal on the same raster. You would have scan lines that are like 4 times larger than the actual beam size. So those digitally scale inside, so they're not desirable to me. I almost got one, but then I came to my senses. If you enjoy it though, that's all that matters. It's just I'm saying I don't prefer those. Oh man. Okay, let's pull that out of there and take a look at this other mystery one that I don't know what it is. I have a feeling, is it the Pionix and it makes a weird sound? I think it might be. I think it's dim and makes a weird sound. Oh, it totally is. Wait, what is this? Yeah, it's Pionix. Okay, I don't want that one. Let's see, that is tiny. Why is the Pionix gotta be bad? Okay, let me think about this. Square bases are better for keyboards to rest on. Do I stream full time? I am combination streamer and YouTuber. So I do stream 10 hours a week. And then the other time is spent working on videos. So just trying to figure out what do I want to do here. I'm gonna go take a peek. I don't think I can reach any other CRTs actually. I mean, unless I wanted a 5151, but not particularly. Let's see, over here. That's a Model 4. It's a Tandy CM5. That's the 21. What's that? Oh, that's a... What is that? That's a Dell. What? I have another 19-inch Dell? I don't remember that. Okay. Huh. Does anyone remember what was wrong with the Pionix? I don't think you will know, because I think it failed off camera. While you're organizing your office, yeah. Power switch boxes. Monitor just gets crammed in space. Listening to angle CRTs, need for lighting. So here's the problem. And this won't be a problem once I get the geared tripod head. I just don't want to spend $200 on a geared tripod head right now. So I kind of need this for longer. And the next video is going to have a script read portion where I need this space. Maybe I just don't put it on there yet. I don't know. Gonna guess bad flyback? I don't know. When did I get a Pionix? When Desiac got one for free for me. I think that was Sam's Club in-house brand. That's hilarious. I don't remember what its problem was. I think there was a reason I stopped using it. Maybe we pull it out and we just find out. Let's just find out. Here's another problem with this. The bolt is as tight as I can make it. I think it stripped out this, which is annoying because it means that it's impossible for me to tighten it in place. All right, I'm going to remove this, put the Pionix in its place, and then we'll find out what's wrong with the Pionix. Yeah. Okay. One moment. I need... Oh, actually, I can extract the Pionix and what I also needed. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, Desiac was cleaning out a warehouse, and this was just in there. The Pionix CRT. And I was like, well, all right. And that is an example of the sloped, non-stepped design. It's the perfect size for this area. Like, it really, that's ideal for here. But I think it has a problem. It might also just be dim. I don't know. I feel like I had one of those weird resolution issues where when I ran it at a specific resolution, it would, like, scream. Okay, the other thing I needed was stool. Okay. Let's plug, that's power, that into here, video into the video doohickey, and then, I don't know which mouse is connected. It doesn't really matter though. Let's turn on a computer and find out what happens. Okay, that didn't explode. That's usually a good first sign. Pionix VLB machine, 46 hour drive. Ooh, that's cool. So there's a list of terminal options, motor start. Yeah. Resolution so high doesn't make sense now. Anything past 1920, 1080. It's been a bigger monitor. I think 4K has. Yeah. No explosions to make your money back. Yeah. All right. Windows 98 computer. Never mind. 46. That one will work. No idea what's connected to what. KVM. Or let's actually select it on the KVM. Okay, this isn't going to stress the resolution too much. Okay, I mean, it works so far. It's a little pink. We might need to switch to the Windows 98 computer to actually figure out what's wrong with it. Which means I got to remember what is up. Okay, so yeah, that's looking correct. It's a little dim. Well, that seems pretty good, so it must just be a setting. No, brightness is 100. Why does that look incredible and that looks awful? Is it contrast? Contrast is also at 100%. Okay. Sure. Wait, I can do color temperature? Oh, that's kind of awesome. Huh. Okay. Well, that's cool. Okay. Exit. Okay. Sure. I'm gonna go blow my nose real quick. I'll be right back. And then we'll try Doom or something. There you go. That's better. D, CD, Doom, Doom. Let's see what this looks like. I might have made this too yellow. Why is this the slowest loading Doom of all time? There we go. Oh my gosh, that's awful. Okay, I know why I stopped using this. Why is it so dim? I literally can't see anything, and I don't even have filming lights on right now. That is completely unusable, and it's already maxed out on brightness. But again, this looks fantastic. Is there something wrong with my setup somewhere? Maybe I should try... Maybe I should try direct connecting it to the computer instead of going through the KVM? That is weirdly bad. I want to change the color, though. I guess 9300 looks the best. So... Contrast is 100. What happens if I turn it down? Okay, that's actually definitely worse. Okay. Brightness is 100, and if I turn that down, also very definitely worse. Just making sure there wasn't anything wonky. Yeah, I don't think it's caps. I mean, that looks great. Nothing here looks anywhere near as bright as that. So one thing I could do, let's exit. Yes, let's go into edit. How does that look? That's not particularly bright. Where is the problem? Wiggling the two ends of the hardwired cable doesn't do anything. Now bring up the OSD. Boom. This isn't white. Technically, I think those are white, but those don't seem as bright as that does. I don't know if this blue and that blue should be closer to the same. I feel like that should be darker. RGB balance settings. No. Termination issue. That shouldn't be a thing. Well, let me eliminate one thing. Oh my gosh. That signal generator is very heavy. Okay. So there is a video extender slash splitter thing here that it's plugged into. Let me bypass that. Video card settings. This is DOS. There is no Windows 3.1 on here. At least I don't think there is. Okay. Through the KVM, it looks the same. Dim GA, yeah. Let me try something. I'm gonna turn off the 46. I'm gonna flip this power switch, and then I think, yeah, Windows 98 PC. We can switch to that. And now we can try different video options. I want to try changing the resolution, because I think that makes it weirder. So that's definitely dim. It's dark in ways that it shouldn't be. You should be able to see some details in the black part of the flag there. I'm pretty sure. And I can see nothing at all. Also, it's the... I don't think the stream has dropped out once since I moved over here. That's really weird. Analog adjustment on board to get the base input brightness. That's not a for now thing to check. Are you talking about this? Because we just swapped computers. Want to verify it's a monitor, you can just quickly test. Dell flat panel, put away. Yeah. Oh, I swear that. No, that. It's so dark. Hold on, we're just gonna open Paint really quick. See, the stuff that's bright looks actually pretty good. Like, maybe that's not so bad. So, Paint, white, menu. This is whiter than that, for sure. Holy strobe, Batman. I don't think there's any exposure controls. Hold on, let me check something. Properties, settings, advanced, monitor, adapter, refresh rate, 60, apply, yes. Yes. Okay. I don't know what it was sending it before. Okay. So, OSD, those are different. The OSD is very clearly brighter. So it's definitely something in the signal path. Look at that shear at the scan line. Okay. I may have just turned the phone off. Oops. Okay, we're back. Yeah, we're back. Okay. Setting for output level, but we were dim with both computers. So unless it's this that has the output level issue, I don't think it's that. There is one thing I can do. I think I have a VGA joiner, and then I can just bypass the KVM entirely. Let me see if I can find that really quick. This would be a HD 15 female to female coupler thing. It may not be easy to find though. So far it's looking like that's the case. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Oh no, all the cables in the box are trying to escape. Ah! Okay, let's just stuff that back in before I cause a avalanche. Okay. Wait a minute, what's this? HD15, HD15, boom! Got exactly what I need. Maybe. I've never used this one, so hopefully it's not pinned out weird. Input level, not output level. There's like no menu options anywhere. Basic, geometry, color, temperature, other. More, OSD, OSD. Some kind of reset, degauss, and exit. That's it. Unless reset would somehow fix it. I don't understand why there's a reset. Press plus or minus key to reset. What would that even do? All right. I'm going to direct couple them. See what we get. So I'm bypassing KVM. Oh, I can just plug it in directly because this is an extension cable because it's a KVM, duh. Okay, that does not look any better at all.
Mudfun
No.
subscribed with Prime. They've subscribed for 11 months.
End of line.
Mud Farm, thank you for the Prime sub and for 11. That's a number I haven't heard in a long time now. 8 and 2, 11. Thank you so much. Yeah, that black level's terrible. You can't even see the background. Properties. Effects. I feel like it might be slightly brighter. But yeah, it's not right. There's no weird color settings for the Voodoo 5, right? Oh, that's super cool. Redeems check office temperature for 0 channel points. Hot. Oh, that sucks, Digital Ice Age. Didn't break it all. Okay, then. Never mind. Wow. Okay, you know what? Now I want to say this is brighter. But the actual black level isn't better. You know what? I'm just going to reset it. What's the worst thing that happens? Boom. It does nothing? What? Press plus or minus key to reset. Click. But there's nothing to reset, I guess. Okay, sure. Color management. Why does it look so weird? All right, well, maybe we just give up on this monitor because it isn't bad. You mean the CRT? So, yeah, it is. It really, really is. This is basically what that background should look like. You should be able to see the checkerboard sky and blue all around. They're variations of the same wallpaper. So it's just black up there. You can't see anything. Okay, I think this is a no-go monitor. Especially for filming. I can't have it look like this and try and film stuff. That's just not acceptable. Probably need some repair. Maybe. Yeah. All right, well, we're going to shut it off. Yeah, it's not going to fly. So what am I going to put in here? You know what I should do? I should turn the computer off first. Because unlike the 46, I shouldn't just yoink power. BIOS have any settings of the port? You are trying to diagnose it from a direction that makes sense for modern equipment, but not for ancient vintage stuff that's probably all bad. Oh, that's awesome, Digital Ice Age. That's so cool. That's amazing. That rocks. You vote recap it. Have you ever looked inside of a multi-sync CRT? Just out of curiosity. Because they're awful. All right. What monitor are we putting in place? This is a difficult question. Encase it in concrete, dump it in a lake, yeah. Someone wrote an article about it and nominated it. That's awesome. What monitor? One that works. Yeah. Another gigantic one. Unfortunately, I think it's going to have to be. Because my only other options either don't have bases, which makes it impossible to film with because I have to be able to angle it away from reflections, or are terrible in just raw specs. I think we put the Hitachi up here, see if it works, and go from there. Okay. Or Dell flat panel. There is another option. I do have a ViewSonic VGA flat panel that has the beige bezel look. And that makes it easier to film. The only problem is that the panel on it is so good, it always makes everyone think that I'm faking video outputs, which is an annoying and weird problem to have. I thudded that a little more than I intended. Okay, step one, this now goes to the side of the CRT. Because it can't be taller. I'm so heavy. You would never fake a CRT? Yeah, totally. Nope. Definitely not. All right, I've never put power to this. Here's hoping it doesn't blow up. Oh, I still haven't put power to it. Well, that's not a good sign. Okay, let's flip the switch that actually controls it. So far, so good. Whoa, that's a lot of crackle. Oh, I like that. Okay. Click. Okay, 46. Let's see what it does. Blinky, blink, blink. Never seen that on a CRT. Dude, I love that. That's kind of awesome. That's super dark again. That's a lot of buttons. Dude, there are dedicated buttons for every single thing. There's no menu. There's just buttons. There's also a store button. I don't see a recall button. Huh. Okay. Well, brightness. Okay. And contrast. Making it. That doesn't look bad. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Kind of love this OSD. We may have found winter monitor. It's a little too close to the edges. Let's wait a half an hour to launch Doom again. CD, Doom, D, CD, Doom, Doom. That's looking pretty good, though. Okay, it's going to be Flicker City, unfortunately, I think. So I'm not going to make it full screen because that's 70 hertz. What brand? Hitachi, if I remember correctly. Winner. Oh, holy pincushion, Batman. There we go. Okay, position. Okay, I think we're back. All right. That was a thing. Why is it all gotta be so complicated all the time? Yeah. All right. I think we're good. All right, I'm setting the camera back up over in the current area of focus. Dude, I swear they stopped all the construction nonsense as soon as I started the stream. Like, you kidding me? Okay, there we go. So, back to the task at hand. It's a little dark, but it's usable. This is not exactly a bright game, but this part of the game should be a little brighter. We can go outside, see what that looks like. Yeah, I mean, it'll probably work. We should go over to Windows 98 and see if we can see the background. I'd love getting comments on the Doom triple monitor video of people telling me I should have been playing with a mouse because that's the way that the game was meant to be played from the start. And it's like, dude, it doesn't make a difference. It's so funny. It's like they get so butthurt about me playing keyboard to aim. Like I'm trying to make some kind of statement about it. All right, starting up the Windows 98 machine. It's flickering slightly, yes, because that was 70 hertz. This should be 60. Well, it'll be 60 after this. This is 70 and pin cushioned. Bro, did they have like two really big speakers right here that were destroying the geometry of their monitor? Why did they configure everything to be so pin cushioned? Or maybe I'm making a really large adjustment and it's more that it's old, not because they had it poorly set up. Oh, it's barely better. It is barely better. I can see the checkerboard, but it is not easy. Ooh. We'll roll with it for now. Wow, that's yellow. Remember to hit the store that writes the config, else you just get pincushion back. Oh. Oh. Okay, good to know. Yep, got it. Okay. Position. Oh, then maybe the brightness hasn't been changed. Okay, hold on. Let's close this. Brightness? No, that's all maxed. Do I have a CRT tester? Yes. I don't know if it'll work with this. Vertical size is a little too big. Okay. Let's work on this pin cushion. That's better balanced. Do this. Better. Okay. Fix the size. Vertical size. Okay. It seems all right. That's what I call flickering. Oh, hold on. Stored. Hold on. Properties, settings, advanced, monitor, 75 hertz. That'll do it. Refresh rate. Why is 75 hertz my only option? 1024 by 768. Click, keep, advanced, adapter. Why is it only 75 hertz? What? Is the monitor driver installed? Sure. Change. Next. Super VGA, 75 hertz. You know what? Hold on. Back. Select a list. Show all hardware. Come on, give me the Microsoft generic ones. HI, JK, LM. Oh, wait, there aren't. Okay. I mean, maybe there's a Hitachi one that's like kind of close. I don't know, why is there so many model numbers? I don't know what it is. I didn't pay attention. You know, I'm gonna go with the Hitachi something or another 20 AP. It's probably close enough. Go. Finish. Okay, adapter. It's still only 70. Why? Yeah, the EDID should. Yes, I know that, but it didn't. It's not giving me any options. Windows will now adjust refresh rate. Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, okay. Okay, well, now 60 hertz. Adapter. No, adapter. Now we got the options. Okay, 60 hertz. Perfect. Okay. All right. Yep. Whatever. It's not fair. You all just missed it. I fixed it. It's perfect now. Look at it. It's so good. So it turns out you can hold this and press over here to change the red, green, and blue colors. And they had gutted blue to like half and green to like 3/4. And that was what was making it so dim. So I set them all back to max and bam, it's perfect. Poot, was there a raid? I don't see one if there was, unless it happened when my server was down and I missed it. If that's the case, my apologies, raiders, I didn't see it. I am back, right? Just to clarify, pretty sure I am. 'Cause I'm not. I am back. Okay. T2SD rated just before the last drop. Oh, T2SD raiders, my apologies. My home internet is being a total pain in the butt today for some reason, so I missed that. Hope you had a good stream. We are doing some random office chores because construction was really bad when I got here. It seems to have settled out now, but it was so loud I didn't want to try and work on anything too serious. So for now, we're just doing this. This looks so much better now. I'm really happy with how this looks. I need to adjust the dimensions of the display again, though. Okay, let's shrink this down. Okay, shrink this down. There we go. Okay, store. Boom. Okay. Dude, this is excellent now. Do I have Doom on here? I just want to run that again. See what that looks like. Yeah, run program anyway. Cannot find Doom. Well, that sucks. I hate it when Doom's gone. Doom 95, like some kind of animal. New game. There we go. Wow, that looks so much better. That's Doom 2. Excuse me. That's not Doom. Also, the controls are all wonky. Ugh, gross, normal controls. Oh my gosh, this is so much better. This is so much better. Oh my gosh. Did he kill his friend? Bro! Okay, that'll work. Alright, we'll roll with this CRT. I have the power center off to the side so it stops getting crushed. Yeah, I really like the pop-up of the display information because that will remind me to adjust the camera sync settings. I really like that. Oh, that's so much better. Okay. So now the real question is video capture working? So I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to head on over to Video Capture Land and I'm going to find out. RHK from 4 minutes ago, thank you for the tier 1 sub and for 4 months. Sorry I missed that earlier. Okay, what am I doing? Oh yeah, video capture. Matrix. And that's not working. Okay, so R1 to meh. Go. Boom. And bingo. Oh wait, you still can't see it. I would have to disable the phone feed. One moment. Yeah. Nope. Yeah, video capture. Look. Video capture over there. It's capturing video. And now you can see what the wallpaper is actually supposed to look like too. It's really, really dark. But you should be able to see it. So, okay. There's that. Video Capture Land, not the best theme park, to be honest, with Show Me Ship's Eye. Yeah, as I use one arm to wiggle and display what I'm trying to show. Yeah. Okay. So, as I mentioned, the objective is to not just have that one capturing, but also this. So, let's make sure this is working. Video capture's cut off. Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Can I do video switching from here? I think I should be able to. Multimedia, switcher control. Oh, but I can't disable the camera. That's the thing. Yeah. And I can't control the Extron easily. Okay, whoa, why is that so dim? Oh, probably because I don't want the backlight getting murdered. Right? It almost seems like it's bad, though. What on earth? Contrast, brightness. Contrast. Brightness is way down. Okay. Yeah, but that's like... Is that backlight? It seems like backlight, yeah. Okay. So I'll probably just have that turned down. It seems like it's coming from the edges, though. It doesn't seem uniform. What? Why does it look so weird? I'm just gonna power cycle this. Huh. Not thrilled about that, but okay. Mouse battery's dead, because obviously, why wouldn't it be? All right, let me go try video capture of this now. So I'll be right back. Well, okay, so if I press this, go, haha, boom, Windows XP video capture. Okay, that'll work. So everything is working. All right, I think I need to restart the API stuff on the server. But Rich Files, thank you for the 2 months there. Let me go fix that really quick. I think it's broken. Okay, one moment. I'm on the server. I'm restarting the back end code because it was borked. Running console. Okay. This might work. How do you decide which side of the stool is the front? That's a good question because it's actually an office chair that I ripped the back off of. So there definitely is a front, but the answer is I don't worry and it's just lumpy all the time. So I'm going to go ahead and not recommend using it in that way.
Deck Talk is now online.
End
Okay,
of
this might
line.
read a bunch of stuff. Or not. Well, it'll catch any new stuff. Okay, there we go. Rich Files, my apologies. That was 6 months you were subscribed for, not 2. I'm dumb and can't read. Sorry. RHK, thank you for the 4 months as well. Okay, there we go. Now I'm all caught up. Okay, I'm bringing the camera back. Okay. I think we're good over there. Are we done? Did we accomplish all of that? Like, it's not going to be perfect because I'm going to put a bunch of junk back in the way over here, but we maintained everything. We restored it all to functional state. That's the most important thing. Got a CRT in here that works and is less of a problem for this. Ugh, okay. Do we do some big box sleeving now? Do we just do both? Because this went smoother than I thought it would. I think we do some big box sleeving. Let me shut this off. Mouse charging. Corner view always makes the workspace look almost normal. There's a lot of weird stuff here, though, still. All right, let's turn this one off. By the way, does anybody's Windows 98 computers with ACPI actually turn off? Because mine don't. It'll just sit here until the end of time. Once it gets to this point, I just, you know... Yours used to? Yeah. Never saw one shut down itself as a kid, but I don't know if that ACPI. If it said it's now safe to turn off your computer, then it wasn't ACPI. If it just hung there, it was supposed to be able to turn itself off. Did it just do so? No, I've killed power right here. All right. Well, I have to figure out a power solution for this now, because the battery's not going to last throughout the rest of this. It's only got 20 minutes left. Let me come up with a solution for that really quick. Ugh. Okay. Okay, where's a power outlet? Be an extension cable, because I have a charger I can use, I think. Ooh, do I? Yeah, I do. But I don't know how I can get it to... I could try using my phone on battery, I guess, but I feel like it's more likely to run out. I would say I could switch to big fat gaming laptop for chat, but that'll last all of 20 minutes. So I think I'm gonna have to use this, and I'm gonna have to find a way of providing power to that. So how am I gonna do that? Because I don't have a lot of extension cables. Let me go see what my power options are in big box land. Here, oh wait, no, there's a super easy power solution. Never mind. Chat's just not going to be the easiest thing to read, but I can make this work. Oh man, if this was... Okay, I can super make this work. One moment. One moment. I just need this power strip, which is a super ridiculously long cable. And that'll work. Okay. Now give me a second so I can move everything over, and then we will continue on with part 2 of the stream, where we protect boxes from bugs. You know what? Could I do this here? This might be kind of awesome. Hold on, I'm coming up with a... Or is this better? That's not going to work. Maybe just here. You know what? Here. This is smarter. Okay, hold on. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm mounting the phone camera. Do actually have a decent way. The lighting here is terrible, though, so I'm going to have to come up with a little bit of a solution for that. It's almost like I'm not meant to film in a hallway. I dropped and caught the phone and I felt like Spider-Man. Just gotta throw that out there.
Ultimate says I do love a good debugging stream. CHER 100.
And
You know what?
line.
It might be bright enough. I'm not gonna worry about the lighting. Okay. Let me bring chat tablet out there. Sometimes Power Company gets extra volt or two for being such a good customer. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. Oh, this is totally gonna work. Yeah. Okay.
GOGADGET 360 SIZHER 100
charging?
Shelby Man does whatever a Shelby Man does.
End of line.
Yeah. And charging. Perfect. Okay. So we're going to have... We can do this. Okay, one moment. Let me just go switch video over, and then we can start part 2 of whatever random office chore stream.
They've subscribed for 19 months.
End of line.
Dr. Stoffel, thank you for the tier 1, and for 19 months, I'll do the devil horns out there in a second. I'm not knocking things over. You can't hear anything. $19 months. Ah! Okay, 1 second. I'm going to put coffee right, oh gosh, right there. And I'm going to grab a bottle of water I have. I think I'm going to want that in a second. Okay. All right. It's fun time. Design a bug zapper from scratch. Yeah.
Falcon says CHER 100 choo.
End of line.
Okay, here we go. So, first off, GoGo Gadget, thank you for the 100 bits, and Spooky, thank you for the 100 bits. Is that a Victormax box? This? You mean a Cybermax? Victormax. I'm not sure what a Victormax is. There's a Cybermax right there. There's a Cybermax. There's also the 3D Revelators, virtual eyeglasses, 3D specs, Simulize, Wicked 3D. I'm somewhat of a 90s VR connoisseur. Okay. Guess I can shove my hundreds of bits up. DevNoll, did you send some? I didn't see that. One moment. Trying to get it to show them all. Ben, thank you for the 100 bits. I did miss that. My apologies. Neck hurt. Here, Ben, just... oh, gosh, for you. There you go, look. Turbo C++ for DOS. What's up? Now, what is the secret important thingy in your entryway? I don't know what you're talking about. There we go. That's empty. Okay, so let's go over what the objective is. First, we kick these guys out. Goodbye. Now, what here is we are taking a box off of a shelf, going, isn't that box art incredible? Going, yes, it is. And then we take a plastic sleeve. We put the box in the plastic sleeve. One moment. They're very staticky and stick together. Okay, I'm looking like a complete idiot here. 1 second. There we go. There we go. Did we put it in the sleeve? Yes. Job well done. Back on the shelf. And that for the other 600 boxes. There we go. That's all we're doing. So, yay. The one variance is, this box has incredible artwork, but it's also a slightly small box. Will it fit in the smaller magazine sleeve? The answer is no, because all boxes that fit in these have to be the, like, weird SSI-sized DOS game boxes. So that's it. There we go. That's what we're doing. The rest of the time now, I'm just trying to zoom in chat a little bit, make it easier to see from farther away. I keep resetting it, because the touch UI is bad. There we go. What would you do if there's already silverfish in there? If there are any in the boxes already, they will be limited to the one box. There's not a lot I can do. It's not like I'm going to be able to find them all in there. So, that's a problem I can't worry about. There we go. All right. Continuing on. Sigil, which I will just show off, is kind of hilarious. If I can open it. There we go. A smart person did this last. Because they, Oh, wait, this isn't even the one. What's the other thing? Oh, it's the Doom 2 sigil. Sigil 2. I don't know where that is. It must be in the other room. The game was shipped on a flash drive that is shaped like a shotgun shell, and it was 3D printed and then injection molded. So, yeah. Why am I professional vacuum sealing the boxes? Because I want to be able to open them, like I just did. This is to be usable. I mean, if I want to be vacuum sealed, I just leave them like this, sealed. There we go. Actually, I should open this. You can see it's starting to get wavy and crushed. That's why you open boxes. But the inner box here looks good. It's just the outer part that's getting wrinkled. I don't think it's getting crushed, so I'm going to leave it for now. Anyway, Mutant Penguins, or if you're an Atari Jaguar fan, Mutant Penguins Attack. Pretty cool one. Even though this is sealed, I'm still going to sleeve it. How would the bag prevent the bugs from getting in? Because they have to be pretty smart bug all the way up to the top of the bag and then down in. It's not a perfect solution. It's just a good enough solution. All right. Red Faction. It's got the weird hole in the box, like the Data General Manual. Well, Hiram, I've done videos about the VIC-20, so like the pet, you can just search on the channel VIC-20, and they're there. Fold the top over, they won't stay. It won't matter. Earth IT department worked for in the early, so many marathon weekends that came. I'm gonna put this up here for now. All right. Also, Helencroft, I'm curious, did you check out Ross's viewer chat, or is that still ongoing or something? Because I know you were interested in that. Warcraft 3, sent to me by LGR. I'm incredibly grateful. It's a really cool box. Really good to be, or happy to be protecting it now. All right. Weird Rolling Stones thing. Only the first 1.5 hours. Oh, okay. That's not bad. That's more than I would have guessed. All right. Okay. It took me way too long to actually find this. I believe, yes. So I have Stunt Track Driver 1 and 2 complete with the original Hot Wheels in there. One of these, I don't remember which, I bought on eBay and then saw that they were local and then found out that they were like a 5-minute drive away from me. And I was like, hey, can I just come pick this up? And they're like, sure. And I just met them at work and they handed it to me in the parking lot. It was hilarious. And I bought it for like 15 bucks too. Did you ever estimate the value? Not really, because that's not what I'm here for. I probably should get a more serious estimate for insurance purposes. What did we figure out? It was like 800 big box games. Was that the figure we settled on, or was it 600? I don't remember. It was some large number. Just multiply that by 30, and that's the approximate value. You could do 40 maybe if you want to account for the outliers a little more. Because I would say the average going price for anything that you recognize the name of is 30 bucks. But then you get stuff like this. Topo Interactive Phoenix Maps for Windows 3.1 and DOS. No one's going to pay 30 bucks for this. This will fit in the small sleeve though. So these drag down the average. So, like Stunt Track Driver as a kid has not aged well? Yes. Yes. Unknowingly, that's how I also feel about Need for Speed Carbon, too. QEMM! This is a really dense box, by the way. There's a lot of manual in there. Are the Hot Wheel cars the same for each game? No, they are different. So one is like a dragster that has like a fuel tank on one side, and the other one is the buggy on the front of the box art. I'd buy that for 30, yeah. There's plenty of stuff in here. You'd be like, yeah, I'll buy that for 30 for sure. But I'm trying to average out the full value of it. Star Warped. No one's paying 30 bucks for Star Warped. Always same card for the same game. That's a good question. I don't know if there's variants. I don't know. Microsoft Adventure. That one skews the average. Actually, putting valuable stuff in sleeves reminds me of Julie, girl, putting Pokemon cards in plastic sleeves, but she's screaming a lot more. I mean, I know what I'm gonna pull every time off the shelf, so there's not gonna be, whoa, I got a shiny Roland Visual MT Music Tutors. It's got the foil with the bass clef pattern in it. No way. Should have got an opaque bag so you can be surprised. Yeah. Desperately need to index my box software. I am really happy I did. It is behind. However, I believe nothing in the office is not indexed. I think everything at home is unindexed, and that's the rule. Although, if anyone wants to try and prove me wrong, is Turbo C++ for DOS indexed? Because I feel like it's not. I don't know if I have 800, but it's up there. Yeah. Let's see. That won't stay. Yeah, it makes it really hard to put stuff in front when there's a bunch of bags. You know what? But they can go on top. I'm a monster. The whole point of the shelves was to not have to do this, but I filled the shelves. These are full. Like full. We streamed putting these together, I'm pretty sure. They were like filled to here, and they're full again. And I'm not seriously collecting big boxes anymore. Like, I'm not trolling eBay for this stuff all the time. There is a game that I want on Big Box that's been listed for $23 for like a month now, and I still haven't bought it. To give you an idea, okay? Will this help keep the bugs out? The individual bags? Yes. Vizio pre-Microsoft acquisition. I have an Excel spreadsheet of every computer system I have, and that's it. Yeah, I don't have that yet. Like, there's too much. All right, not a lot I can do about things like this. Ugh. Oh my gosh. Microsoft Access. There's a copy of Microsoft SQL Server from about this era on Facebook Marketplace right now that I was pointed towards. I really want it. It's only $20, but I also don't want to go anywhere. So, yeah. Vizio post Microsoft acquisition. Have these all been scanned, or at least the media backed up? No, the media has not all been backed up. They have all been photographed, and they are listed on my wiki. Look, I got Bill Gates money. Woo! Imagine most of this has already been on archive.org. Probably a lot of it, but definitely not all of it. I don't know if this will fit in here. No. Stuff like this, no one cares. I gotta put priority on this. Because there are things like that version of Turbo DOS, okay? I don't know that that is actually backed up. It might be on WinWorld, but I feel like that exact version was not. So I started the spreadsheet. I was seriously collecting computer stuff decades ago. If I tried to start now, I would rage quit. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm starting now in that same position. So it's really hard. Quadralian. I think this goes in the not really recommended, but it wasn't that expensive, and the box art's kind of awesome. This one's sealed, because, let's be real, I'm not going to play it. It just looked kind of cool and weird. Psst, who needs Fusion 360 when you have 3D CAD? Obviously the superior product. No online activation needed. Goth software definitely an archive. Oh yeah, though. Cough Desk View X Cough. So that actually is on WinWorld, but different versions are not. I think mine is a version that is not. I don't have it here. It's at home. But yeah, dude, I got so many NASCAR games. There's like one listing on eBay where I got like NASCAR stuff for like dirt cheap before big box collecting really boomed. So there is original NASCAR racing, but CD-ROM re-release. I do not have any Pascals, no. Wasn't Quadralian? It was on Game Dungeon, yes. That was why I got it. NASCAR Racing Expansion Pack. Master Desk UX from WinWorld. Those seem to be a lot of versions. They're all quirky to get going. Yeah. It's the same reason I bought Borland Turbo C++. I think that's 3.0. There's a project that I want to compile and demonstrate that it needs 3.1 though, so I might have to still use that. IndyCar, when you want NASCAR, but different brands on it. Sorry, yes, I'm mine. It's under Borland Turbo C++, not just... I don't see Turbo C in the wiki. Oh, okay, it is there. Okay. I don't know which is more accurate, but at least it's up there. Okay. NASCAR 2. Now they got 8 wheels instead of 4. Indy Racing came first. Ah. So NASCAR, when you want IndyCar racing with different names on the box. There you go. That came first. I got them in the wrong order on here because, you know, this is definitely that well organized. All right. NASCAR Racing re-release of the DOS game in a larger box so that, you know, it takes up more shelf space. NASCAR Racing 99! And we're playing IndyCar 500, something on some 386, look primitive. Only learned later that it had graphic settings. Desk View, anyone experience Vizon? No. A NASCAR 2 expansion pack. So much NASCAR. All these NASCARs, no right turns. This is, see right there? That one's the Twitch-sponsored car. NASCAR 3! Because they didn't get it right the first 2 times. They had to do it a third time. Chance, you have the game Bear Bears Learning Harm? No, I do not. I definitely don't have that. I can guarantee that from memory. Not that I've been looking for that or anything, but I would know if I had that. I don't. Incremental progress, yes. This time we added the third wheel, and with NASCAR Heat, all 4 wheels were finally on the car. Oh, yeah. All right. Microsoft Home Writer for when you want every single UI element to be styled after Clippy. Ah, drop the sleeve. I bought this at a thrift store. Huh. And by that I mean, I definitely took off all the stickers. Microsoft Artist, because they don't want you to buy kid pics. The obviously superior product. Civilization, when you don't like yourself enough to buy Age of Empires. The Wii version of Phantasmagoria. This one should have been in a bag a long time ago because it is garbage. Is there a way for you to test the Office Space for Silverfish? I don't think so. I'm not seeing anything scurrying around as I'm moving these, so. Oh my gosh, that one is so trashed. Simmania. I don't have a witty comment. It's just like, they're like, we made all these games and we want more money, so we're just going to do, you know, the television show final season episode and just, you know, make a bundle of everything and resell it. Trick Style. Okay, I cannot, like, iterate how shocked I was when Ross reviewed Trick Style of all games. On Game Dungeon. Like, I have had this forever. You can go back to my first video about big box game collecting. This game gets shown in there because this is a reseal. There is damage that is underneath of the shrink wrap. I haven't removed the shrink wrap yet because I'm an idiot. But yeah, I've had this forever. And then he reviewed it. It was just hilarious. This is a Dreamcast game as far as I'm concerned, and I love buying games that I feel like are console games, but on PC. Anyway, there's another entry for you for indie racing kind of doodad things. So, Microsoft really went wrong naming their assistant stuff after Cortana at first. Never should have strayed from the path of Clippy. Yes, 100%. I mean, I get where they're going, you know, cool, it's a Halo character, whatever. A subset of people will care about that, but not the people doing Office software. StarCraft Brood War. So, there was one of these at Goodwill. This one was also at Goodwill, but that's unrelated. There was a different one of these at Goodwill that was missing the disc, and for some reason they wouldn't let me buy it without it having the disc in it. It was really annoying. I think they wanted like 20 bucks for it, and the disc was missing, and I was like, the disc is gone. I don't know where it went. I think can I get it for less than $20? Because I don't want to pay $20 for an empty box. And they're like, no, we can't do that, and it was really annoying. I, in hindsight, realized that they thought I just took the disc out so I could just get the box. But that's, yeah, that's not what happened. This box is trashed. Need to have a Game Dungeon certified shelf? I kind of wouldn't mind that. I think that would be hilarious. All right. Come on. Get in there. This is another one that should have been in a bag a long time ago because it was crushed when I got it. This was one I bought in a listing. I was not ever searching for this game. Man, it barely fits in there. Short F. We are back though, right? Because I can't see at all where I currently am. It's water time. Water time is over. Okay. Next up, is it a board game? Is it a video game? It's Battleship, the ultimate naval warfare game. It probably isn't very good. I don't know. We're pretty back? Okay, Goodwill's a place I love and other advice, yeah. Hello, Charles. All right. There we go. Oh, that's kind of cool. Includes second player CD. That's nice. Water time it was? Okay. That one we can skip. It's already sleeved. Look, it's Smart Sketch 95. Who knows what this software does? Because I don't. I have no idea. I'm not even going to look at the back of the box because it looks like it's really boring. It says Microsoft Office compatible. I don't know what that means. Does this make clip art? I don't know. I'm never going to find out because I'm not going to look at the box because I just don't care. Why do I have this? I don't know. It probably came in a lot of other software. Tag 'em and bag 'em. Yeah, that's all I'm doing. All right. Speaking of probably came in a lot, Microsoft Greetings 2000. Yay. They didn't even care to like put padding in the box. The disc is just loose around in there. I almost feel like not even sleeving this. Like I would rather throw this away than waste some money on the sleeve. All right, it's time to move this. Ugh. Okay. Warcraft 2. That one's a good one. Smart Skit situation is crazy. Okay. One does fit in the bag. All right. A lot of this is very PC bundle software. Yeah. That one definitely needs to be in the bag. Dude, this is one I saw at a local store, and I was like, there's a Christopher Lloyd Toonstruck game. I have to have that. And, yeah, I've never played it because I keep forgetting. Not a lot about Smart Sketch 95, yeah. Why is it too loud to work? Because there is construction going on. I hear tile being cut outside of my front door right now. Via voice for Windows 9. That's not what it says. But yeah, that one won't fit in the bag, I guarantee it. A Battle Blitz. Oh, it's crazy. This is, you know how now Target has that shelf before Father's Day that has all that like random desk garbage? This was the computer game version of that in the 90s and early 2000s. Maybe this will fit in a bag. I don't know. Let's find out. They don't make boxes like they used to. They don't. Like, unless they're like weirdo boutique ones. All right, now it's the bottom shelf, which sucks because it's like all the way down there. Did Office come with software for making your own clip art? No. I mean, Office originally came like this. This is just Word. Just straight up, this one's only Word. So, no, they definitely did not. Oh, way down there. Yeah. Yeah. Blah. SUSE Linux 6. Will this one fit in the bag? I don't know. It's close. Oh, I think it does. Barely. Which means this one will fit in a bag. SUSE 6.1, by the way. The next one is something I don't know if I want to spoil or not. It's difficult. On the one hand, I could really use help with it because I don't have a solution. But on the other hand, it's a video that could be scooped, but it's also been years and no one's done it. Well, the one person almost did it, but then they deleted their video for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know. Should I mention it? It's been so long. I really need to do it. I'm going to skip it for now. Do you have WordPerfect Office? I don't, actually. I have an Apple IIgs box, but it doesn't contain the stuff for it. Anyway, LabVIEW. That one's a good one. Shelby watches The Ring. No. Themes, Office supported various versions of fun vector graphics, things like clip art, some of the elements, PowerPoint presentations. There's little you can do to make your own. Yeah, I don't know how people were making their own to sell in the bundles or whatever. Oh, it's funny you asked about WordPerfect. It's literally the next one. So yeah, there you go. There's a box. Apple IIgs, manuals and stuff, but there is no software. I should probably just make my own discs. I'm sure it's out there somewhere. Do I plastic wrap the box? Yeah, I will. I will. All right, we're into the third package of this. I bought 3 of these. These have 100 sleeves. So that's 100 boxes. Do I have Descent? Yes, it's farther that way, I think. Or in the other room, somewhere. I don't know. Whoa, they're all slippery. Don't fall off. Hello, am I back? Am I here? Am I back? I think I'm back. Good news, WordPerfect 2GS, preserved as Flux on archive.org. Sweet. Okay. Well, I got good news, bad news. So, PadsCAD, PCB editing software for DOS. We just bagged that. That, you know, good news is I have it. It's cool or whatever. Bad news. That's a bug I just killed on it. And that's a carpet beetle. I don't know if those will eat cardboard or not. So that's cool. I probably shouldn't have killed it on there, but oh well. So that's not good. Wipe it clean now? Yeah, I'm doing that right now. It was live, too. Otherwise, it soaks into the paper. Yeah, I think it did already. It was, like, ready to soak that in. That's annoying. But cool. So, yeah, those are another one that this will prevent against. Missed whatever that was. Twitch killed the video player. I killed a bug that was on these. It's a carpet beetle that would eat the cardboard. Old PCB software. You can't hear me. It's on you. Pretty sure, because I see on the server it's receiving audio. Someone in chat tell them to, like, restart or unmute or something. Yeah, because it is working. All right, I'm going back. Actually, I changed my mind. I'm not going back. I'm going to open this and look through it. Make sure there's not more of them. It's frustrating. Super frustrating. I don't see any more of them. All right. Might be worth going through the other ones he bagged previously. So this one, because it's a binder, it's more open. They're more likely to get in it. Again, though, I can't look through all of them. Like, I don't want this to take weeks. I want it to actually get done. And if we start trying to go through every single one of them, it's never going to get done. I'm just going to have to accept that I might lose some individual ones to damage, but I will protect the majority with this. Why does my home internet have to suck so much? There are no better options. Like, there's literally nothing I can do about that. It's not the router overheating. I literally built a fan stand to put underneath the router and to do that there. It never made a difference. The fan went bad like a week or two ago, and I gave up on it because it didn't make a difference. It's been like that. I've had it on there for years and it didn't matter at all. So it's not overheating. All right, well, let's get back to it. I don't know if you saw it. I checked the box next to the PCB software. There wasn't anything in it. It was fine. So, yeah, I'm just going to stay here for a second, make sure that we don't actually lose the stream again. Because I walked away and then we lost the stream. So, I'm just going to give it a moment. So yeah. I don't know what the what is for there. What PCB software? PADS PCB. It's a shareware version of PADS CAD. I already have it on archive.org. All documents scanned, all software in it. Put up there. I do have one PCB thing I'm holding out on you with that I have, though. Because I need to attempt a video and PCB production workflow with that. So, but I'm still going to hold out on that. Which I probably shouldn't even say, since I'll get questions about that now. But, yeah. All right, it looks like we're stable so far. Maybe I'm safe walking away. I don't know. It seems like every time I walk out of view, looking for an early DOS version of Eagle. Is that actually a thing? Eagle's that old? Is that the one that has an owner name written into the first disk already? No. You're thinking AutoCAD. No, that's different. I'm thinking maybe we should just end it. Because this is really bad. End it. I go home. I restart all the network hardware. Like, back and not back. Yeah, it sounds like I should probably end it. OrCAD is what I remember from the 80s. I have OrCAD. I have a later version of OrCAD. I also have OrCAD 2. It's really complicated. Stand there for 45 minutes. I know, right? But just like send it or end it. That's the thing. I can't send it because it just stops. I'm in the other room. Like, we are at the point where the LTE internet is the more reliable internet. It doesn't make sense. How is my this bad? Yeah, I think I'm gonna end it. This is the other real question is, though, if I'm gonna stream tomorrow, it's not because of the internet, because hopefully that's fixed tomorrow. It's because of the construction. I gotta be honest, what I think they're doing right now, they're not gonna have done today. So, oh, I clicked the wrong button. So I think we might have to skip tomorrow just for me not being driven crazy by all of the noise. I don't mind just having to work on the next video, which I really want to get done as quick as possible. So I might do that. N64 stream? No. You say that, Chef Radar. It's a business. This is an off. Theoretically, they should be open and working during the week, which would mean construction should be done on the weekends. And this is really like big construction. So I don't have a project. I mean, at most I could work on the processing the scans we did yesterday tomorrow. I don't know. The home streams always kind of seem like a pain in the butt. I don't know. I'm not currently feeling it. Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. I mean, we're here on Saturday right now. So I don't know what to tell you. Missed streams. I mean, the one weekend or the weekend before, whatever. I mean, that was because that was break. But like, yeah, oh man, it's so bad. The construction just doesn't end. It's so bad, and it's literally right there, like directly outside. Installing a big Faraday cage on the insurer internet. So industry is saying the office wireless internet is actually working completely fine. It is my home cable broadband internet that keeps dying. Were they there last Sunday? I don't remember. The last project was like something that had to dry. This is not. This is demolition. This is different. Directly outside occupied offices makes more sense. Out of hours working? Yeah. There is no intermediary area. It's all, yeah. So, like, directly by. Yeah, I think I'm going to skip tomorrow, and I definitely cannot stream next Friday because holidays are going to just make it to the point where I literally can't get here. My apologies. I will try everything I can to make next Saturday stream about this. The Brother E4. We will look into this. Okay, I promise. Well, I don't promise because I can't control everything. But hopefully all of the really loud stuff is gone by then. So I just yeah. All right, I'm connecting to the server. We're gonna end this while I can because the internet is being so bad. Home internet is weak like now. Is it time to revisit streaming direct from the office? I have increased data cap. I don't think I have increased bandwidth. And I don't know how much up speed I can really get away with. I've been using, this is 2 megabits per second right now. I think. Let me see. Settings. Output, recording. This is 2 megabits per second H.265. I would have to double that to dual stream. And I don't know if I can get away with that on LTE. So, like, what is the maximum up speed for LTE? LTE maximum upload speed. Okay, well, those numbers are just all over the place, so that doesn't... 300 megabits per second? Yeah, that's not happening. All right, well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what the bandwidth or the data usage is like with the 2 megabits per second. The other... I was gonna say the other problem is that when the LTE cuts out, then the streams like get wonky and restart, but that's like the whole problem with the home internet, so I don't know. Just stream to Twitch from the office. Have your home internet restream Twitch by itself. Huh. Yeah, I know what you mean. I don't think so. I feel like that's a bad move. I feel like that's got to violate terms of service somewhere. Like, I feel like I should not do that. I like the idea. That's going to make the YouTube delay like 5 minutes long. But, huh. How would it? I feel like that is an abuse of their infrastructure somehow. Additionally, we would dual compress the stream, but yeah, there are external services, Restream, IO, all that fun stuff. I don't want it. I don't want to do that. So I don't know. Yeah, this is frustrating. Maybe I'll get away with restarting my home internet. Probably not, because it's just garbage. I don't understand. I hate this company so much. So, all right. I'm going to end it while I can control it here. So let's run the outro. It's been a very frustrating internet-related day. Okay, well, is there a way to stream not to Twitch or YouTube, but to your home, then have home stream both? Rich files, that is exactly what I do. I use my server at home to receive the stream from the office, and then the server restreams that directly out. So there's OBS running on my server at home, receiving the video.
Thank you for streaming.
End of line.
RHK, thank you for the 100 bits. So yeah, I've tried. Rented VPS servers are too slow. They can't do the video encoding or decoding. So that's why I'm assuming like Restream.io or something is going to be really expensive. Yeah. But yeah, so all right. I will see you next Saturday. I don't want to deal with the construction here right now. It's really bad. So we'll skip it for now. But yeah. They're down to a single outgoing stream from the office. Yes, but not from the home where it's the worst. Anyway, all right, it's time to wrap this up. Thank you all for being here. My apologies for the weird stream problems, just like all the stream problems today. So that was, hey, we made good progress on the desk area. I'm really happy with that. I'm about to go wheel a bunch of junk back in front of it to like uncrowd the walk spaces, but the stuff's all usable and organized again, so that's good. Especially after I destroyed that shelf where I put that little tripod mount. So yeah. Anyway, if you enjoyed this stream, you may want to follow to be notified when I go live again next. If you want to help support the channel, you can find me on Patreon. But for now, go to stopkillinggames.com if you are an EU citizen and have not signed the initiative to have your government look into the legality of companies destroying video games. Exclamation point SKG in chat if you want to know more about that. But yes, that's it for now, and I will see you all next time.